So, where are we off to now?
Great. Another dungeon crawl. This is just lovely. Why is this Florentius person even necessary to help? Because we'd be going through all this trouble to rescue him. And please do keep in mind that I'm still not too comfortable with slaying my own kind. I can get where you're coming from with Serene and Gunmar, but Isran, not really. Don't you remember that you had to convince him in the first place? If I were a betting woman, I'd say there's no convincing you, at the very least. Well, for what it's worth, I'll come with you. Anywhere's better than hanging around here in the fort. Oh? What is it? They're a murderous cult. I don't know how to put it any other way. And again, with all cults and Daedra and the like, it certainly does have its appeal to some. I'm kind of surprised my father didn't invite them for an evening meal. Well, thinking about it, they either weren't around back then, or they weren't exactly a big deal. I'm also aware this Sithis isn't necessarily a Daedra, but he may as well be thought of as such. Debauchery, murder, death, chaos. Those definitely sound like Daedric things to me. Though, if you do want to go on ahead and try seeking them out, I won't stop you. But it really depends on whether this Daedric stuff fits your fancy. Alright then. I guess we start by calling their attention. Any ideas? So, what's on your mind? Yes, I do. Don't tell anyone else, though. Sometime back when I was still mortal, my parents ordered an entire keg of Ultimate Golden Pear wine. And yes, I know my parents were weird, but like any other Nord royalty, they did like their wine. Anyway, what I did next was probably the most stupid and one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. One afternoon, I snuck down into the cellar while everyone was asleep. And I thought, maybe I should have a quick swig of this. And the next thing I knew, I was laying flat on my belly with both my parents yelling at me. I supposedly finished the entire keg. Yes, it was. But getting hungover really isn't. Oh? What is it? I kind of expected it to be a bit more gloomy here. Considering that this is the place where a lot of dead are buried, the area doesn't seem to be as dreary. The people here just look normal. I don't know how else to put it. It's a small city in the forest. That's it. A city with a lot of history. Battle, death, just sad things, really. It seems people can rise above all that and accept the world for what it is. I admire that.
What now?
I may be out of the loop on the whole romance thing, but that pickup line is just bad. Abysmally bad. Good, I'm glad that's sorted. Kind of got worried for you a bit there. Anyway, I'm glad you're here with me. It really is picturesque, and I couldn't have gone this far without you. You know, this is going to sound odd. I mean, with everything that's going on. The prophecy, the scrolls, the certain death looming over us all the time. But this place is so beautiful. It's kind of like I used to imagine, you know. Make love to the one person in my life in the most beautiful grove in all of Tamriel. My, maiden dreams. They're just some silly fantasies I had back when before, well, what I got was the exact opposite of everything I had imagined. I guess it's ironic, now that, thanks to my father, I'm here. With you. Do you think I'm beautiful? Alluring even? Ravishing? Do you want me? Why don't we make Debella blush? Right here, right now, like there's no tomorrow. Then, what are we waiting for? Wow. I feel so liberated, strong, and I feel lighter, free. Finally, just free. I should have done this ages ago. This is nothing like... And you're good at this, huh? My ravishing partner. Oh, I feel so good, you have no idea. We should do this again, soon. You know, I'm not exactly the marrying type or anything like that. Temples don't really agree with me, and the concept of long-term commitment for a vampire. I mean, it's one thing for Nords to be promising eternal companionship, you know, with how short mortal lives are. But us vampires? Well, that'd be an awfully generous promise, wouldn't it? Are you listening? And then, what kind of wife would I have made anyway? Homemaker? Keeper of the hearth? Children would probably be scared of me, and rightfully so. And what would I cook for you? I mean, for my spouse. Poisonous stews, blood pies, right? You'd imagine? You really like me then? I didn't realize. Oh, it must have been why you were so wonderful just now. I'm sorry I lunged at you like that. Well, I'm not sorry. It was amazing. But you... Well, what I'm trying to say is, I like you too. I'm just in such an addled state right now. I don't know how I would really feel once this rush wears off. I don't want to make a heap of hasty promises and then, you know, betray your expectations. Great! That's exactly what we'll do. I'm glad we're in agreement here. Oh, and thank you for everything. If you won't mind, I'd like us to relax here for a bit. Now, let's move.
Look at them. They've definitely taken a liking. Yes? They seem quite taken to you now that you're carrying some of the tree bark. I guess we should have seen this coming. Moth priest... moths. They're apparently related in some way. Couldn't hurt to gather more, I suppose. Well, unless my vision's playing tricks, there seems to be some sort of magical effect around you. Seems like we're on the right track. Otherwise, I don't have the faintest idea. It's not like anything else in Skyrim, I can tell you that much. From now or before. There's probably groves like this all over Tamriel. Most people just don't even know what to look for.